here's the Ruckus now with me putting those parts on, all finished up. Happy with how the lights came out. Like I said, just cut the tabs, drill out the reflectors, and go ahead and put the blinkers on. I actually like how that looks. The bars really look nice too, with a CNC billet in the ruck shop. Lower seat frame, give it that low look to it. It's not as low as I thought it would be, but I'm pretty happy with that. It's a lot lower than stock, but still rideable. And again, there's that stretch mount. And I left my lights factory. Don't look too bad, but I might go ahead and lower them. Give it that lower look. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with it. So now for the bads, or I would say negative. These bars, they're more for looks than comfort. The seat was the worst part of all. This was brand new from the ruck shop. Looks like either surface rust or maybe somebody was grinding next to it and they just painted the seat. And up here, this definitely looks like surface rust and just painted over. So I'm not even sure, maybe it could be returned or they just half-ass did it. Also, you can see I didn't put the top bolts on. They're way off, no matter how much I try to hit this seat on, because it doesn't fit at all. You have to hit it with like a rubber mallet or your arms and just keep hitting it until you get it lined up. But the bolts are way off. I even had to hold this forward just so this screw wouldn't have to go in crooked, and I still messed up the paint a little bit. So yeah, I don't recommend this lowering seat. And the stretch kit went on perfect, easy. But the brake cable that came with it, I did put it on. However, I wish I would have left this one stock because there's a lot of slack up here and a lot at the bottom too. The throttle cable, now I was able to use it, but I went ahead and ordered a longer one just in case because it's kind of tight for my liking. So I'm when that new throttle cable comes in, I'll swap it out. But I was able to, I had to do it twice, but I was finally able to get it to where it wouldn't hang up and mess anything up. What else? Also, after I had zip tied and cleaned up the wiring, I forgot and I actually left it on the stand, or the center stand. And when I took it off, I popped off a ground wire that's up here and a spark plug. It's just my fault. I forgot that, when it's off the stand is where it's at the longest point. So when you're doing this stretch, make sure it's not on the stand whenever you're trying to clean up your wiring and tuck your wiring away, because that'll be your longest point. It'll show you how much slack you need on everything. Other than that, I was pretty happy. Like I said, everything went on easy. The bars were easy to cut into and make your own holes. Yeah, another thing, when it's your first time, I didn't notice, but it's actually kind of harder to put the box back on because of the bars, and my fault. I wasn't paying attention. I kind of forced it, so I scratched it right here. This is something to keep in mind. The box is a little bit tougher to put on, but once you get used to it, like I said, I had to take off 2 or 3 times to fix my throttle cable. But once you get used to it, it gets easier. Just gotta find some mirrors I like, but for now I just have these on so I can still be street legal. I also need to find a kickstand because I'm not gonna be putting on the center stand now. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it.